Luther, starting with you, Coach was talking on his radio show yesterday about having to play with some shoulder injuries like you've had to play through and the toughness that it takes. What are you going through right now from a physical standpoint? How hard is it to play right now?
Like shoulder injuries is really just maintain and continue to do rehab every day, strengthening my shoulders, and really making sure I ain't doing really too much extra or anything that may jeopardize it as far as practicing. And also, I had back spasm before Northwestern game, so I've really just been maintaining that as well, and it's really just being loose and ready for the game, for practice, and just being ready to go, ready to work hard.
I know at Michigan you had it on the brace on the right shoulder and then the brace on the left shoulder the other day, and you got hurt in the Michigan game. I guess what are you dealing with in both shoulders?
Can't really explain it. Just like basically my shoulder's not as like the glue around the ball in the shoulders pretty much ain't. My shoulder basically it ain't stable.
Okay.
You know, so really just playing. Like I don't have no concerns when I play, to be honest. So
how much does that brace help, and is it hard to play when you're wearing a brace like that? Is it hard to shoot and things like that?
yeah, I had it on my right, and it was bothering because you gotta adjust to basically the strength you use in the shoot. And I actually took it off at halftime.
Right.
They ain't telling me that. It was bothering me so much. I was like, I'm not winning, so I took it off. But now wearing it on my left side, kind of a little better because it's not on my shooter.
Okay.
So I'd rather wear it on my left than my right in the day. But it's the same thing with my left side. It's really just adjusting to the strength you have to use and getting reps in, a lot of reps in before you play or practice, so you get used to basically shooting with it and playing with it.
You guys had won 3 in a row, and you went to Wisconsin. You didn't play well. You got beat pretty good. If I asked you if you feel like you're a team playing like a team that's won 3 in a row, or playing like a team that struggled like you did Sunday, which team do you feel you're more like right now?
Right now, I feel like we're playing like a team who won 3 in a row because every day in practice we just try to get better. We came out, Wisconsin blitzed us at the end of the first half. They hit a lot of threes. They were moving the ball really well, and I feel like that's where they had their momentum going into the second half. But I feel like we're playing a team that is winning, and it's hard to win more than 3-4 games in a row in the Big Ten. So.
Or you feel like you guys are playing well, or when you play like that on Sunday, do you like, maybe we haven't figured it out yet?
I just feel like a lot of on Sunday I feel like we wasn't tough enough as a group playing. But other than that, I feel like we playing as a team that won 3 in a row because our mindset is always next day to get better. To be honest. And no one's pounding their head, no one's holding grudges, no one's sad, having regrets. It's kind of you gotta let it go and move on to the next day and focus on how you can get better so that we won't have a result like Sunday.
What's happening with you guys defensively when teams are able to get you in rotation, like it seems like they have been able to do? Maybe even more so the last couple of games. Kind of since Big Ten play started, they're getting a lot of open threes. Are you guys just doing sort of what's within the principles of your defense, or are guys taking themselves out of positions that they otherwise should be in?
I feel like we're letting the ball get around us a little bit too much, and that's putting us in more rotations and trying to help out. And I feel like teams are moving the ball really well against us, and I feel like teams are coming out having great shooting nights against us all the time. So it's kind of hard to rotate so much in the game and stop open shooters and 3-point shooters. We got to know personnel and what people like to do on a daily basis.
I was looking up some of the numbers on this, and it's kind of a weird thing. In your Big Ten games, when Caleb is off the floor, teams shoot 20 percentage points better from 3 against you guys. And it doesn't make much sense to me that a big man would mean so much to your 3-point defense. I'm wondering if there's any explanation for that from you guys, like why, what is it about Caleb maybe that helps keep the defense a little more intact?
I feel like Caleb is a big presence in the paint, and that's an interesting fact because I didn't know that, and that's an interesting number. But I feel like Caleb helps a lot in the paint. He guards the paint really well, and I feel like when the ball goes inside, when the ball goes inside, it's better for teams to kick it out. But Caleb doesn't let the ball get inside the paint a lot, so I feel like that takes away a little bit of rhythm threes.
Speaking of Caleb, obviously you guys run a lot of offense through him, and it was obvious as much as probably ever on Sunday when he went out with foul trouble. When he's not in the game, what needs to happen? What's being talked about in film sessions and whatnot to sustain offense and kind of keep a flow going so you don't have that run like Wisconsin had and some other teams have had at times this year?
Just staying together, because Caleb is a big part of the team. We do a lot of things for Caleb. We also do a lot of things for other people on the team to get them open and to do what they're good at. But when Caleb's off the floor, we all have to stay together instead of like peeling apart trying to do our own thing, but rather having more assists than we did Sunday night and just keep playing together as a unit.
When you get in that stretch towards the end of that half where Wisconsin's hitting shots, you guys are struggling to find anything, what goes through your mind before you go to the locker room, before you kind of talk about it, what's going through your mind in that kind of stretch, knowing, hey, we had this game at 15-15, now it's almost gotten out of hand?
It's a lot of game that left going into half. So whether we was down 8 or we was down 25 or maybe even 30, like we have another 20 minutes to go. That's more than enough time to get back in the game, and to do that, we basically think one possession at a time. Do the best you can at that one possession, and then focus on the next.
EJ, Coach has talked about Kyle watching his minutes and stuff in practice because obviously what he's dealing with his legs. Do you look at that as an opportunity? I mean, obviously you guys do some similar things for the team. When he has to take a breather or when they have to hold him out of a drill, does that mean more reps for you? Does that mean more of an opportunity for you?
Yeah, I would say so. Kyle brings a lot of energy, like I said before, and I try to duplicate that energy. And when Kyle's not practicing, I have to bring that energy, and Alonzo has to bring that energy, and Harrison Hookfin has to bring that energy at that position. So I feel like when Kyle's not practicing or having limited minutes, we all have to bring some type of energy and aggressiveness and extra hustle to practice.
What did the first half the other day at Wisconsin, what did that first half show you about where you have to continue to develop and grow to be a post player in the Big Ten?
It's a lot of physical post players in the Big Ten, rebounding, always hitting on shots, and I feel like the first half, it came at me kind of fast, and second half slowed down a lot more, but I just have to keep building and keep working every day in practice to get better.
EJ, you made a good point about it's hard to win 3 or 4 in a row in the Big Ten. All the teams in the Big Ten are struggling to do that, but when it comes to the Big Ten tournament, the NCAA tournament, obviously you have to win 4 or 5 in a row to get to where you want to go. How do you get to that point where you're consistent enough? Because right now it's hard for any team in the Big Ten, I know.
Yeah, looking at how many teams we're sending to the tournament this year, it's probably range from 10 to 11 teams. So this is probably the best conference in basketball this year. So I would say we all have to stay attached and keep our mind on the right goal, just getting better the next day in practice and keep working for our major goal is to win the next game we have coming up. So.
Same question.
Basically just taking one game at a time, to be honest. To win, like you said, NCAA told me you may have to win. You will have to win 5 in a row. So that's just locking in more to detail, paying attention to film, and really just effort. Effort plays a big part. Of course you gotta watch film, of course you gotta study what the other team like to do and what players like to do, but effort plays a big role in that. And if you don't got effort, then it's impossible for you to do that.
Luther, you guys had to play a few games now without DJ, and you guys are obviously low on numbers in the backcourt. I just wonder how you've seen guys' roles change a little bit, and how more comfortable are you starting to feel with just you, CJ, and Dwayne basically in the backcourt?
We miss DJ, of course, and we love, we need him. obviously. Like, we need all our players, to be honest. But it's next man up. Like, we just gotta play the hand that we dealt and just continue to stay within the team, continue to play hard, and just like I said before, it's effort, and everything else is gonna take care of itself. Coach is gonna put us in the right position to be our best, so that's just gonna take care of itself.
And I know from watching you in the summer and then watching you through the fall, you put in a lot of work on your shot. And I don't know that you've maybe seen the results this season so far that you would like to have seen. Where are you as far as trying to bring that consistency and trying to do more at the offensive end?
Just continue to be me. Like, I'm not like I watch in pros, like what pros do when they miss shots, what pros do when they play bad. They continue to work at it, continue to stay in the gym, and sooner or later your work is gonna show. So that's just staying with it.
Not sure if you kept tabs on Rutgers, but this looks like the best season they've had in decades. Just your thought about what they've done so far this season, anybody you know on the team, just any general thoughts about how they've played so far this year?
I know majority of the guys on the team, and I always thought they was a good team, to be honest. It's just so happened this year. It's on paper, it seems like they're a lot better. I always thought they play hard. I feel like they was always solid. So with that being said, we just gotta bring our competitive spirit and compete. It's gonna be a dog game. It's gonna be a fight.
And just for both you guys, you had a couple tough road games last week. Just how important is it to get back in front of your crowd here at home in two games against really good teams, Rutgers and Purdue, that are both middle of the pack or better in the Big Ten? Just how important is this week as a whole, beginning with Rutgers, I guess, for both of you?
Just bringing the energy, like always. Like on the road games, we're all we got, and we're against like the world basically in different arenas. But when we come back to our home place, we feel like we have a lot of support, a lot of energy coming from our fans, and it's great playing in front of everybody, our Buckeye Nation. So.
Luther, we haven't spoken to you in a little while. I just wondered, since the suspension, if there's anything you want to say about that, and if there's anything that you've learned from that you're trying to move forward now with.
Just continue to stay as a team, and what's in the past is gonna stay in the past, and just focus on the next day.
Okay. All right.